Well, hello, my little and I guess not so little toads who are going to listen to this. It's been about 5 years since I did one of these books, picture books, on YouTube. And, since it's been a while, I'm a little insecure, not exactly sure I know what I'm doing, but I'm going to try it anyway. And since it's October, and Halloween's coming up, I thought maybe I might try reading some Halloween books. And I thought I would get started with this one because I think it's pretty funny. I'll bet you most of you have read this book or heard this book. This is a story by Aaron Reynolds. He wrote it. And the pictures were done by Caldecott Honor winner Peter Brown. So without further ado, a creepy pair of underwear. I think this is the funniest thing. Look at all these. Look at all of these underwears. Creepy pair of underwear. Jasper Rabbit needed new underwear. On Thursday, Mom took him to the underwear store and grabbed the last 3 packages of plain white. But as they headed for the checkout, Jasper spotted them. I'm not seeing them yet, are you? Creepy underwear. So creepy, so comfy. Mom, can we get these? Jasper pleaded. I think they're a little too creepy, said Mom. She doesn't look impressed. They're not creepy, they're cool, said Jasper. I'm not a little bunny anymore, I'm a big rabbit now. Mom agreed to buy 1 pair of the creepy underwear. That night, Jasper wore his cool new underwear to bed. Do you want me to leave the hallway light on? Asked Dad. Dad, I'm not a little bunny anymore, said Jasper. I'm a big rabbit now. His dad shut the door, and that's when Jasper noticed the underwear glowed, a green, ghoulish glow. He closed his eyes. He pulled up the covers. He buried his face in his pillow. But it didn't help. He could still see that ghoulish green glow. Jasper leaped out of bed and put on a pair of plain white. He stuffed the creepy underwear into the bottom of his laundry hamper. He finally fell asleep. Look at those underwear glowing from the laundry hamper. But when he got up the next day, he was wearing the creepy underwear. Jasper threw them in the garbage can. He was still a big rabbit. He wasn't scared or anything. But he was done with scary underwear. After school, Jasper was doing his homework when he heard it. A scratchy, scraping sound coming from his dresser. He opened the drawer and they were back staring at him with that ghoulish, greenish glow. He snatched the creepy underwear out of the drawer. He grabbed a big envelope and some stamps. What does that say? Where's he going to mail them to? To China. Boy, I'll bet that took a lot of stamps. Bye-bye, scary underwear, he said, dropping the package in the mailbox. When he opened the front door the next morning, there they were. And were those chopsticks? His creepy pair of underwear had somehow returned from China, and it had brought back souvenirs. Okay, he's not looking too pleased with that situation. Jasper grabbed his mom's good sewing scissors. She didn't like him using them, but this was an underwear emergency. This time, the creepy underwear were surely gone for good. Look at that. He cut them into little tiny pieces. At bedtime, he slowly opened his underwear drawer. Nothing, just plain white undies. He searched under his bed. He shook out his lampshades. Phew. There was no sign of creepy underwear. He went to the bathroom to comb his ears. They were back. "What's the matter with you?" his mom asked. "You're so jittery lately." "Nothing," he yelped. A grown rabbit couldn't be terrified of his underpants. He seized the underwear. What does that mean? He grabbed his underwear. He snagged a shovel from the garage and he rode. This right here, this little carrot patch, that is alluding to another creepy book called Creepy Carrots. Anyway, maybe we'll read that one too sometime. He didn't stop pedaling until he reached Creek Hanger Hill. Jasper began to dig. He dug until his hole was dark and deep and 100% underwear proof. There he is at the bottom of that big old hill that he dug. He dropped the underwear in. They gleamed from the bottom, that ghoulish, greenish glow. But not for long. When he got home, Jasper crept up to his dresser. They couldn't be in there. There was no way, right? He reached for the handle. He peeked in. Nothing, just plain white. Jasper smiled, and he turned out the lights. Holy crow. What's going on here? There's nothing. It's pitch dark. There was just one problem. It was really dark in there, even for a big rabbit. Jasper turned on the light. He looked at his non-glowy pair of plain white, and he knew what he had to do. Oh, what's he gonna do? The creepy underwear were a little muddy, but they still filled the room with that gentle greenish glow. Look at that. Look at him digging up the underwear in the moonlight and bringing them home. The next day, Jasper gathered his allowance money and went to the underwear store all by himself, just like a big rabbit. And that night, Jasper wasn't scared at all. As he lay down to sleep, he smiled. And so did his underwear, because they had finally found somebody who wasn't scared. oops. Give me a second here, guys. Of creepy underwear. Oh man, he hung those all up like little flags all over his room. And that's the end of the creepy underwear. You guys like to have a little bit of light on in your room when you sleep, or do you prefer to have a dark room to go to sleep? And would you like green glowing underwear to light your room up? Anyway, I hope you liked that book. And we're going to see if we can get this posted and maybe do a few other Halloween books too. Good night.